September 26th, 2013. Today's post is about the majority of self-centered people in the world. In our American culture. I shouldn't say the world. I'm reminded of it constantly. Sometimes when I think that as I get older, I see it less and less. But it's certainly not a maturity thing. I've certainly felt this way since very young. When you're a person as hypersensitive as me about how odd you are compared to other people comprising the norm of society, and that's not a misconception. It's fairly easy to see what the norm of society is around you. We're actually hardwired to do that. It's in our DNA to want to be a part of the group around us. It's survival. We learn from a young age, across cultures and across time, this is true, to behave a certain way because we're ostracized from the group. And that is survival instincts. As a group think, it's actually quite a positive thing. But when you discover early on in life that you're quite odd, you tend to develop an extremely different worldview than the normal person. And I think at a certain level, everyone has these thoughts here and there, but an odd person lives by them. And like I said, as you get older, you tend to become more confident with yourself, and you just don't care. But there are moments when you're blatantly reminded of how different you are from people. Today I went into work. I wasn't scheduled. I came in to sit at the bar and just chat and meet this new bartender that we have that I've never met because we work different shifts. And on one point, I'll say I'm proud of myself that I went in because social situations are very difficult for me, and so I made myself go in, even though I could have made an excuse. So I'm proud of myself for that. I feel awkward sitting at the bar with just myself, having to make small talk and conversation with people is probably the idea of hell for me. I get better at it. I can fake it, but it's not genuine. And this guy that I met, he's 24 and I'm 33, and he had a 24 kind of swagger. Quite cocky little shit attitude. You know, sitting there on Twitter, this is that, and I'm actually trying to keep all of those things off my phone. And he was just, you know about this TV show, and you know about this TV show, I can't believe I'm the youngest person here. Well, I'm this, and I'm that, just on and on and on. And I just sat there just thinking about how if I was born maybe 200 years ago, or even further back, in hunter-gatherer society, I think I would have fit in a lot better. I don't know, maybe not. Maybe people have always been this way, but I'm just one of those strong, silent type of people that kind of sits back and observes things. I like to think before I like to speak, and I'm really conscientious of the people around me. I really like to make other people feel welcome and happy, and I project that energy, and I try to make sure that the energy that I give to the world is something positive and constructive. And I feel like self-centered people like this are energy vampires. They spend their energy trying to make them feel good and them feel positive, and they do so by trying to show what they know. And it's really odd behavior for me, but it's most people seem to be this way, especially the younger generations. Partly generational, but I still feel like this in high school. So anyways, I just don't know, sometimes if I'm really meant to be a human being. Do you ever have thoughts like that? Do you ever feel like, did I just get dropped here from some alien planet? Am I the only real person here and everyone around me is a robot? It's a solid test. Am I in a dream? And these are just the actors in my dream. Does anyone really understand me? Would I ever connect with another human being on the level that I want to connect them with? I'm not so sure. At 33, I feel more lonely than ever. I think perhaps it's because I'm an extremely deep and intellectual person, and I long to be connected to people in that way, and I just can't get it. I just can't get it. Especially for my husband, who I love dearly, and I've been with him for many, many years. Childhood best friends. But there's a heart connection. There's a heart and humor and love, for sure. But the intellect, it's just, it's not there. And, I don't know if I just haven't found my group. Maybe there isn't one. Maybe I really should have been born in the hippie area when everyone was doing acid and stuff like that. I'm gonna keep this under 10 minutes. If you're interested this far, wow. I just kind of want to know if there's anyone else that feels that way out there. I like to say weird things, and I like to think strange, odd, deep thoughts, and they don't always come out of my mouth right. I wonder if other people do too, but they're just not saying it because they're afraid. Or really, people are just as one-dimensional as I'm labeling them to be. But how pretentious would that be for me to think that I am deeper than they are? I don't like being pretentious. What do you think? And don't tell me I have Asperger's or something. Perhaps I do, but I'm not really interested in those labels. I'm just interested in the human condition and connecting with people in a real, genuine, authentic way. If you don't have that, what is life about?